Hola, 'tis I, Alycia. How are you? Hope you're doing well. We're going to look into this rumor that Woody Harrelson and Matthew McConaughey are rumored to be brothers. And I think I did a brief read in the Moonmoth Manor, so if you're not in there, come join me. Go to my website, AlyciaWicker.com, and that would be on the April live tarot reading session I did. But I was like, well, let's just double check and let's see, why is this coming out now? I mean, besides the fact of what they said. So here's what I got from, I think, Yahoo News. Harrelson, 61, that'd be Woody Harrelson, confirmed during an appearance that on The Late Show with some Stephen Colbert yuck on Tuesday that he and McConaughey are considering a DNA test to determine if they are related. McConaughey, 53, revealed that a possible familial connection, that they could share a father, during an appearance on Ripa's Let's Talk Off Camera podcast, and told the story of a conversation that the actors had with his mother, Kay McConaughey, in Greece a few years ago. They were discussing how close and their respective families are when Kay said she knew Harrelson's father, Charles. Charles Harrelson, that'd be, I think that's Woody's father. Woody Harrelson's father, Charles Harrelson, was a notorious hitman, convicted of two separate unalivings that occurred in 68 and 79 respectively. And he passed in 2007 at Colorado's Supermax prison, where he was serving 2 life sentences. So let's see. McConaughey, Woody Harrelson, brothers. I'm going to use, gosh, what is this one called? I don't remember what this one, this is a Hollywood deck. I don't remember what the name is. Let's see. This guy, Charles Harrelson, he must have been like getting busy all over town. Interesting. This seems very similar to me from the read from the Moonmoth Manor, just saying. Yes, and I don't know that these two would be the only siblings. Now, they might be the only two Hollywood celebrity siblings, which is also weird. What are the odds of that? That makes me curious. So, I don't think they're the only two siblings. And I think they're definitely siblings. Brothers from another mother with the same daddy. And it's almost like there's this idea, this was like, you know, we're going to keep this on the DL. We don't want to talk about it. Just keep this a little bit quiet. And it looks like in the near future we might get a da-da-da-da, like Vanna White reveal here. Like, you are brothers. Yeah. Okay. So, interesting. Why? What are the odds that you would have two essentially superstars, right? It's not like one's, I mean, I don't know in terms of listing here, but they're both pretty high up there on the Hollywood food chain. How is it possible that Harrelson and McConaughey both had found success in Hollywood and happened to share, allegedly, for entertainment purposes, tarot card reading, in case you didn't know, the same padre, possibly? Oh dear, I gotta adjust my camera. Hold on a second. Alrighty, there we go. I just want to see, like, what are the odds that these two happen to become big celebrities, different families. I mean, I'm kind of putting on my tinfoil hat here because I can't help myself. And I really wish these were more readable on camera because it's kind of hard to see what we got going on here. Underlying Queen of Swords. Interesting. This is you know why this is weird to me? And I don't think it's just some random coincidence that these two got to Hollywood and both became successful. I don't think this is a coincidence. Now, that's weird. Like, what is this? What is this connection? Is it through the father? Maybe. Because there's this idea, zooming out, Hangman, see this from a bigger perspective. Like, don't like just look here. See something from a bigger perspective. And there's like this anxiety and worry about this getting out. But it's almost like there's something done undercover here to make this like paving the way. So then it's like, oh, and here you go. Now you're a celebrity. I don't know that they won Academy Awards. I'm not that deep into Hollywood's award counting. But there's a partnership here moving forward to get them both going. Like, it's like, my opinion. There's a celebration. We've both launched them. And there's like someone in the background who's just like out of sight, out of mind. This emotional baggage person that isn't a part of this. But if you have this like eek. It's weird. Like there's some secretive thing going on here. There's like a plan here. We have Page of Pentacles, which a lot of times that can be like get rich quick. This can be also plans and setting our goals, right? Plans and setting our goals for them to do. Here you are. Look at you. You are, in like Flynn. It's almost as if the doors open up. Brr, welcome to Hollywood. We're so glad to have you. This is amazing. I don't think this is a coincidence. But it's almost like need a plausible story to make it all seem like this is just, wow, the magic of Hollywood. Who would have guessed? Not I. You have Seven of Pentacles with this partnership card. Working on it. Ay. All right. So I don't think this is a coincidence. It's like it came down on high. Really. All right. Let's get this deck out of here because it's too hard to see. Let's get a Pulp Tarot. Well, that one was easier to see. All right. What's the connection here? Does Charles Harrelson have some tenuous, maybe not tenuous, does Charles Harrelson, the rumored father, have some type of connection to Hollywood? Four of Swords, King of Wands. There's the Lovers. There's some like, that's a drama card if I've ever seen one. This is having my way or the highway, kind of Godfather energy, like on the download. There's the kids. That's interesting. Okay, allegedly for entertainment purposes. Tinfoil hat myself. This would say to me, there's something here in the past, like some agreement is made. I don't know. We're going to have to do like a deep dive into this guy, because this is like, I've made a deal in the past. Finding success, I don't know, like I said, how many of his offspring are out there on the loose, and apparently 2 of them have success. But this idea that he's undercover, kind of like she's under the covers, right? He's like undercover, in my opinion, agent who made a deal. And almost like I'm going to give myself up, like, because he's voted off the Earth Island, rotting in a prison. But there's something here, like why, maybe it's about picking the mothers to have the children. This is crazy. What is your theory? I don't know. Tell me in the comments. This is like crazy town. So I'm going to say yes. I think he has some like tenuous relationship, but I don't think it's like Charles Harrelson knows the head of a movie studio. It doesn't feel like that. There's something else between. All right, let's see. He was a hitman. Let's see. Tell me about his criminal career. Charles Harrelson, what's your criminal career like? Are you doing this like in the neighborhood? You doing this for... Can you imagine? Oh, I'm doing it for Hollywood. What? I can't imagine. I think we would know that. Well, who knows? We don't know anything. Everything's a lie. All right. Okay, which makes sense. 3 of Cups, he's performing his job as a hitman at the behest of somebody else, right? Or other people for money. That's what I'm getting here. And it's to keep like solid foundation and okay, to keep the solid foundation of whatever's going on here, to keep things in equilibrium. Now, it's interesting, though, because it's almost as if he doesn't live, like, a glamorous life. Go with me. I know we're talking about someone who's a hitman. But it's almost as if he carries a heavy burden. Like I did a deal with, like, almost like I did a deal with El Diablo. And I'm just surviving on... My basic needs are covered, but it's a burden. But it's almost as if, like, for doing the jobs I'm doing, there's a brighter future for my kids. Interesting. He's like an independent contractor who is somehow... Okay, what is this independent contractor? How does that relate? Tell me. I want to know. I want to know how your sons become big Hollywood men. Yeah, I did a deal with the devil. And there's that walking away. I'm walking away from my kids. Like, I do a deal with the devil for getting them in here. It's like a contract. In my opinion, allegedly, for entertainment purposes only. There's the kids again. He had to have done some, like... this has to be Eyes Wide Shut, in my opinion. This has to be the Eyes Wide Shut group, and they have their little dirty digits everywhere, right? And this is what I'm seeing. Like, doing a deal with the devil, and somehow I've made a contract agreement for The Offspring, not the band. In the past, it's almost as if my back has been up against the wall and I'm trying to find some balance, but I'm living kind of a dangerous lifestyle here, right? Not good. And I don't know how many times I'm going to be able to pull the rabbit out of the hat. I'm not sure. However, I think he did a favor or some type of pulled his own hat trick for one of his contracts, something that was a big deal. Almost seemingly, did he do some type of impossible job, like, oh, we're going to let Charles Harrelson take this job, or he says, I'm going to do this job for you. Maybe we don't even know about it, but I'm going to do this job for you. Okay, good luck to you, buddy. I don't think you're going to be able to do it, but we'll see if you can. I think he does some big-ass job, my opinion, and all right, you can name your number. Now, why he would want them to be connected to Hollywood and Eyes Wide Shut is weird, but he did the deal with the Eyes Wide Shut. But it's almost this idea of, I'm not going to be around them. I don't know if this is like, there's this heartache of like not being around him, and there's going to be a lot of gossip about who he was. So I think whatever stories that we're aware of for his crimes, I don't think that's the whole story. There's something more to Charles Harrelson. And it's kind of like this burden, like he couldn't ever tell his whole story. It's almost like he's a 3-letter agency, secret agent thing. He could never tell his whole story. And so he was looking for planning in the future. And this was like a fighting for his offspring's rights, like helping them along, almost like, well, whatever they want to do within your Eyes Wide Shut things, then you're going to help them along. So I guess if Harrelson and McConaughey both had a desire to become actors, then whoever's watching their development's going to find some lucky breaks along the road to kind of move them up. That's weird. How many other kids has this dude got? I don't know if we're going to find out. I'm just like, how many other, or let's not ask how many, did all of his offspring, so it could be 2, could be 12, who knows, did all of his offspring have lucky breaks along the way because of a deal he made in the past? You saw me shuffle them. Yes, they did. They all did. So, and this is him on the down low. This is like what he got. Like he, for being like double agent man or whatever we're going to call him without calling him by 3-letter agencies or Eyes Wide Shut crew or whatever. Whatever his job is in cleaning up problems. That's his legacy. That this was like an agreement that would last. He fought for this. Like it's almost as if I know I get paid pennies on the dollar, although the economy's crashing, so it's kind of like now. But essentially for the work that I'm doing, it seems like there's something, maybe this is more dangerous work, maybe there's something to it, incognito, undercover, shady, who knows. For the work that he's doing, he's going to a lot of, he's putting himself in major danger. And there's not enough money that he's ever going to make in this lifestyle that's going to provide a life to his offspring that he would like. So this is kind of his way of leaving an inheritance for them. This is weird. Who does this? Huh. But it's like a secret thing. Like it's not meant to be talked about. Oops. It's... This is so weird. Well, anyway, I've had enough of this. I don't want to go too deep down this rabbit hole on a public thing and get in some deep doo-doo, if you know what I mean. But please hit that like button for me. Share this if you want. Subscribe for sure. And join me in the Moon Moth Manor and get early access to readings like this and other things I don't share here on Tube of the U. And I will see you next time. Adios.